Alrighty, what's up everybody? Peter Gilmore here for another video right here on the Peter Gilmore YouTube wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Gilmore. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit the subscribe button down below on this channel and all my other channels, which are down below in the description box. And as always, find me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and share this video all over the internet. And don't forget to tap that bell, turn on all my notifications so you never ever miss an upload. That's all you gotta do. So subscribe, leave a comment, smash that goddamn like button to death, and follow me on social media, and you know what else to do. And that's all I gotta say about that. Ha! All right, ladies and gentlemen, on this on this Thursday evening, April the 22nd, 2021. Now, as always, it's going to be, I'm going to do my AEW review in just a second. Now, I was going to do a rant on this. I was going to do a separate rant, but I might as well just do a mini rant about this situation. Now, I'm just going to briefly talk about this. And thank you for the dislike, motherfucker. Jealous ass motherfucker can't even come in the chat and say hello. Fuck you, man. That's all I gotta say about that. But at least you watched. So thank you for the view. Fuckers! So anyway. So I was floating around the internet today and I saw this story on I think it was on Instagram. No, on Twitter. And it was by Mickie James. We all remember Mickie James. Alexis Lurie, whatever the fuck you want to call her. You know, married to the NWA World Heavyweight Champion Nick Aldis, Magnus, whatever you want to call him. You know, the longest reigning champion in wrestling history right now. Just about almost 1,000 days as NWA champion. But Mickie James went on Twitter today, and she was pissed. And rightfully so, because she put up a picture, and you can go on Mickie James' Twitter page or Instagram. I think it's on an Instagram page as well. I'm not sure on that. I think on Facebook page as well. Or you can just look it up on the internet on various websites and shit like that. I'm going to try to find it on ringsidenews.com after I do this video. But Mickie James put up a picture, and it was from the WWE that she got released in that spring cleaning about a week or so ago. You know, with Samoa Joe and, you know, all the other ones, Mojo Rawley and shit like that. So she gets her care package today. Now, I guess the WWE gives out various things. I don't know, personal belongings or various shit to their released superstars, or I don't know how it works with this care package shit. But she got her care package in a garbage bag. Yeah. A fucking garbage bag. Really? Really, Vince? Really? This is how you treat your superstars? By putting a care package in a garbage bag? I mean, you couldn't find a freaking box? You got so many fucking boxes in your warehouse. You could go to the freaking post office and get a U.S. postage size box and put her belongings or whatever you were going to send her, in a regular, excuse me, in a regular fucking box. You had to put it in a fucking trash bag. What the fuck is wrong with you? I mean, what the fuck is wrong with the WWE? I mean, I don't know if an intern did this or somebody on the staff did this. We don't know. But I mean, really, a garbage bag? A garbage bag! I guess the WWE is really trash. This is how the WWE works, ladies and gentlemen. This, they don't give two shits about the company. They don't give two shits about the fans. They don't give two flying fucks about their talent. They don't give a flying fuck about anything but themselves. Especially Vince McMahon, the senile 75-year-old fucking bastard. This is shocking, and it pisses me off. If I was released, if I was Mickie James, I would send it right back. I'm like, fuck you. What the fuck? You gonna send me this in a garbage bag? I'll just send it back or burn it. That's what I would do. I would just fucking. Well, it depends on what it is. I mean, it's like a cake or something like that. But if it's a personal belongings, then you're like, I would have sent a letter back or done a video or done something and really give the WWE, Vince McMahon, and and Hunter and Paul and Shane and the whole McMahon family and the whole WWE family. I would have gave them you know what? I would have told them to fuck off. I mean, really, a garbage bag? Like I said, the WWE is trash. Literally trash. Now, like I said, I don't know what was in the care package. I don't think Mickie or Alexis said was in the bag, but she said a care package. So I'm thinking maybe some some merchandise or some personal belongings of hers. I don't know. But really, a garbage bag? That was me. I mean, if it was personal belongings, I mean, I would accept it, but not in a garbage bag. I would call up Vince and Hunter, and I'm like, really, guys? A garbage bag? You're sending my personal belongings in a fucking garbage bag? Really? Click. And I would tell them to fuck off. Don't ever call me again. Fuck you. Click. And then next thing you know, Tony, Carrie, Scott D'Amore, give me a call. I don't want to be treated like this. I mean, a fucking soon-to-be Hall of Famer gets a fucking care package in a fucking garbage bag. I guess she's not going to be going into the Hall of Fame anytime soon. And I can imagine what other care packages they sent out to their released superstars. We'll probably see Mojo Rawley getting something in a garbage bag, or Samoa Joe getting something in a fucking torn up cardboard box or some shit. I mean, really. Just check something real quick. Okay. I mean, but really, a garbage bag. I can't with this company. I cannot with this company. And you can call me a WWE basher, a fucking mark. I mean, you can call me whatever the fuck you want. I really don't care. But if I see something in wrestling, I'm gonna rant about it. Like something like this, I'm gonna rant about it. Now imagine this was somebody from AEW that got released. I would have done the same thing. I would have yelled at Tony Khan because I was like, Tony, what the fuck you doing, man? Giving them fucking their personal belongings or whatever you sent them in a garbage bag? You think Mickie James is trash? I don't think so. I mean, for all that she's done in the women's division during the Attitude Era and most of the Ruthless Aggression Era, and then she left to go to TNA and had a great TNA run. And then you bring her back and you treat her like shit. You put her in a fucking boring feud with you bring her back to face Asuka, and it was a pretty good match when Asuka was just tearing through the NXT roster. They had a pretty good match, and then she gets called up to the main roster. Well, she didn't get called up. I mean, they put her on the main roster. I think they put her on SmackDown. and she's she gets into this thing with Alexa Bliss. You put her in this luchadora mask. You call it luchadora. I don't know what the fuck they call it. Is what it is. And then you have them feud, and it was a boring as fuck feud. And then we barely saw Mickie James at times. Maybe we were seeing a Battle Royal or some shit like that. And then we saw her on Legends Night. And then she was relegated to fucking doing commentary for Main Event with Byron Saxton. Another jerk that should be released. This is how you treat a possible soon-to-be Hall of Famer? By putting a care package in a trash bag? Real classy there, WWE. Really classy. That's why your fucking company sucks. And the only thing that's saving you right now is NXT. That's it. Which you're barely getting a 2 on with Raw. SmackDown's getting between 2 and maybe sometimes a 3. Maybe. But it's like really SmackDown's like not flatlining, but like steady, steady as she goes. Pace, even 2.5 million sometimes because I'm on a major network on Fox. It is what it is. I can't anymore. I'm done ranting. I'm fucking done. So the WWE, to Vince McMahon, to Hunter, to Stephanie, Shane, Linda, fuck you. Fuck you for what you did to Mickie James. And you better, I hope that the WWE, whoever sent the care package out, at least apologizes to her. And if not, well, I hope Mickie James sues the company. Because this is fucking outrageous. Fucking stupid. And that's all I gotta say about that. Alright, let me just get one thing before we start this shindig. I'm trying to find it. Okay, I got that. Okay. All right, so I just want to get the ratings for AEW this week. Okay, let me just see if I can put it right. Can I put it right here? Yes, I can. Okay, good. Awesome, dude. All right, ladies and gentlemen, after that rant and all that other bullshit, it is time for your late and out-of-date AEW Dynamite review for April the 21st, 2021 from Daly's Place in Jacksonville, Florida. All right, another edition of Dynamite last night. And once again, another great show. Not a bad show per se, not a great show, but good. It was good. That's it. Had some pretty good matches. Ty Conti and Akira Shida for the AEW Women's Championship. Good match. And then Darby Allin against Jungle Boy Jack. Excuse me, too much fucking beer today. For the TNT Championship. Pretty good match. We heard from the Pinnacle. With they sat down with good old JR barbecue sauce. Had that. Then he had an in-ring promo from Chris Jericho and the Inner Circle. That was pretty good. And some other good stuff. As we're rolling on to May 5th, which is a one-match event. Now, I'm reading this off ringsidenews.com that Blood and Guts on May the 5th it's just going to be Blood and Guts. 2 hours. That's it, the match. I don't know how the hell you're going to fight for 2 hours. I mean, really? You're not going to fight for 2 hours. I mean, there's going to be segments in between, I assume. But you can't do a 2 hour show with one match. How are you going to do that? It makes no sense to me. But anyway, so they're gonna do that on May the 5th. So like I said, supposedly it's gonna be a one-match event. So it's gonna last a long time. Like I said, I don't know. It's supposed to be live. It's gonna be a live show, obviously. And then the weeks after that, the week after that's live. The week after that is taped. And then as we get to Double or Nothing on May the 30th, I thought it was on May the 29th. That's what it was. That's what I had. That's what they said. But now I guess it got changed to May the 30th, which is the day before Memorial Day. So that's when Double or Nothing's gonna be. So that's gonna be live, of course. I mean, the Go Home show gonna be a live show, and then June 2nd, which is the aftermath of Double or Nothing, it's gonna be a live show. And then, like JR said in an interview, AEW is gonna start touring, hopefully in July. So we'll see what happens with that. So some good stuff coming in the way. So they're gonna start getting out of Daly's place. I don't know where they're gonna go. But soon, you see AEW maybe in Newark, New Jersey, or in New York City. I doubt New York City, but maybe in Jersey at the Prudential Center, which they were supposed to have Blood and Guts last year, but they took that out. So maybe if they come to Jersey, maybe I'll go. Maybe I might not, depending on depends on the Monday situation. But it is what it is. All right, so before we get to the review, like I said, you can come in the chat room and we can chat about it and about AEW last night. But I want to get this done really quick because you know who's coming back soon. So, all right. So we got the ratings for this week, and we all remember last week they did 1.2 million views. This week they went down. Not much, but they went down. And thank you for the dislike, fucker. I know who you are too, so keep disliking, fat fucks. That's all I gotta say about that. So yeah, Dynamite last night they still did over 1 million, but wasn't 1.2 million, wasn't 1.3 million. They did 1.1 million. Oops, let me just get my back. So they did 1.1 million viewers and a 0.37 in the 18 to 49 demographic. So not bad. So they went down a little bit. Like I said, last week they did 1.219 million overnight, which captured a 0.44 in the demographic, which was a big jump from the previous week, which pulled in 688,000. That's when I think that was the last. That's when night one of TakeOver Stand and Deliver was the last of the Wednesday Night Wars. So, like I said, they did 688,000. NXT did 768,000. So, it was the last time we saw, AEW getting below 1 million. So, right now, I think they're gonna, they did 1.2. Last week they did 1.219. This week they did 1.1. Okay, and so I think over the next couple weeks we'll probably see them do another. And thank you for another dislike, fuckers. I mean, can't come in the chat and just talk. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. You're gonna get yours later, sooner or later. That's all I gotta say about that. But keep it coming because it equals views. And pretty soon that dislike button you ain't gonna use it anymore. So and fuck you, and oh yeah, fuck you, man. That's all I gotta say about that. All right, so like I said, I think the ratings are gonna probably be steady about I want 1 million, maybe get up to at most 1.2, but we'll see what happens with that. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. All right. All right, let's get into my last night. So we start the show with a rundown from JR, Excalibur, and Tony Schiavone. That's Schiavone for you stupid people at home. So we start off with tonight. Two guys will have winning. Ricky Starks, absolute Ricky Starks, part of team. Our good buddy Hangman Adam Page. Well, sort of. And as always, Hangman Adam Page is coming out doing some cowboy shit. But it is what it is. So Hook was at ringside with Ricky Starks. You know, Hook is as a son. I don't think that's his name, but I mean, who would name himself? Who would name their son Hook? Just saying. I mean, and people name their kids weird name. Watching Bobby Flay today is one of the chef's names was Jeremiah the Bull. I mean, Jeremiah Bullfrog. I mean, I'm not making it. I mean, really, you name your son Jeremiah Bullfrog. And he probably gets teased. Probably got teased in school. And got teased, and when he's, I heard you were a bullfrog. Was a good friend of mine. All right, sorry about that. Sorry about that. The fucking thing froze as Nick just came in. Sorry about that. So as I was saying, hopefully you heard my. Well, if you didn't hear my rant, so Adam Page gets the win, and then Brian Cage comes out, tries to powerbomb him, and then the Dark Order come out to save the day, and that's basically it. So looks like we're gonna see Brian Cage and Adam Page go at it next week. Should be an okay match. I mean, like, it's not like Brian Cage is gonna defend the FTW World Title or whatever the fuck it's called. I mean, like I said before, the fucking screen went off by accident. Why does he have the belt? Why does Brian Cage have this ridiculous fucking belt that Taz had in ECW? It's ridiculous. He never has he ever even defended it? I don't think he's ever defended it. Maybe once. Why does he have the belt? I mean, really? Get rid of it. Put it in the garbage can. Or just give it back to Taz. He's like, hey, Taz, I don't want this belt no more. I don't really defend it. Here, have your fucking shit belt. I mean, really? I feel bad for Brian Cage. I mean, if I went up to him today, if I ever, I don't really speak to him online, but I don't follow him. I follow his hot as fuck wife, Marissa Santos. But if I ever did follow Brian Cage, or follow him on Twitter or Instagram, I would straight up tweet him or send him a message on Instagram or DM him on Instagram. It's like, why the fuck you have that belt? I mean, really? I mean, with all due respect, Brian. I mean, somebody sends him this video, I'll probably get my ass kicked, but I don't care. Whatever. I mean, really, Brian, why in the flying fuck do you have this fucking belt? You're just like, oh, we're gonna, Taz probably went to Tony Khan's like, hey, Tony, I'm gonna bring back the FTW title and I'm gonna give it to Brian Cage. And Tony's like, okay. Like I said, really, why does he have the belt? It makes no fucking sense. And if he's not going to defend it, strip him of the fucking belt, get rid of it, give it back to Taz, let Taz put it in his fucking trophy case in Red Hook, brother. I mean, really, just get rid of the fucking belt. If it's not going to be defended, get rid of it. Kind of like other belts I know. Like the WWE Women's Tag Team belt. I mean, if you're gonna introduce a belt, have the person that gets the belt defend it. Like remember when Darby came out and said, "I've only defended this belt 3 times." And now look what's happened to Darby. Darby's getting main events the last 5 out of 6 weeks, and he's defending the belt, which is great. I mean, it is the freaking network's title. Have it be defended. Well, not all the time. You don't have to do it all the time, but I mean, at least defend the belt. So that's what Darby's doing. Hikaru Shida, finally defended her belt. I mean, the Bucks defended their belt. Kenny is going to be, defending his belt on Sunday against Rich Swann. So at least Kenny's defending his belt. And soon when he wins the Impact World title, he's going to have to defend that belt. Plus the AEW title. Plus the AAA title, if that ever even gets defended. Because I don't know what's going on in Mexico. I think Triple A folded. I don't know what's going on. I guess it's with this fucking pandemic. You know, that Kenny can't go to Mexico and defend the Triple A Mega Championship against Phoenix or against Pentagon or against the Parker or something like that. Or, not Conan, but, some luchador actually lose it because really he doesn't need it. But there's belts in wrestling that should not be really given out. And the FTW belt and the women's tag team belts and the Olive Garden title, the 24/7 title, needs to go. I'm sorry. Those 3 belts need to fucking go. Because they don't get defended. Why give somebody a belt if you're not going to have them defend the belt? Just like, here's your consolation prize. Because you're such a company guy or girl. Here's your consolation prize. We're just going to give you this fucking belt that looks fucking nice. We got it at a trophy store. By some schmuck in Nebraska. Made that fucking belt. Here you go. You're such a company guy. Thank you for your time. That's my rant. So, thank you. Thank you very much. So, yeah. So, Taz, go fuck yourself. That's all I gotta say about that. Take your fucking belt and put it back in your little box or whatever it is in your apartment or wherever you live in Red Hook, brother. Really. Hey, if I'm Brian Cage, I'm just like, fuck this belt. That's it. That's it. And I agree with you, Nick. Why did he even bring back the FTW belt? What's the point? To make Brian Cage, this monster machine? What was the point? Well, like I said, I mean, really, like, why did you bring back the FTW belt? Oh, so like Brian Cage can have his own belt. So when he goes against Moxley, he goes like, oh, maybe we'll have title for title. Really, I mean, really, if AEW did that, that would be really, really, really disrespectful. And I think Moxley would have said, fuck this belt. I would have. I'm like, really? I'm like, really? I'm gonna win a belt that Taz made famous in ECW, which wasn't even memorable. Because, like I said, he won the ECW belt from Shane Douglas, the franchise. And then he renamed it the FTW title, and then he lost as a Sabu. And then Sabu renamed it back to the ECW World Title, and then he lost it to I think he lost it back to Taz. I forget, but whatever. But still, just get rid of the belt. Get rid of it. Blow it up in a can. I don't care. Or put it in a dumpster, puke on it or something. I don't know. Take a shit on it for all I care. Not the first time a title's been shit on. Don't ask me that, but it is what it is. Yeah, but get rid of the belt. That's all I gotta say about it. All right, so like I said, we're probably gonna see Adam Page and Brian Cage go at it one-on-one either next week or pretty soon. And that's all I gotta say about that. And since Nick is here, I guess he didn't hear my rant, my other rant earlier in the video about the WWE being really classy and sending Mickie James a care package, and they sent it in a garbage bag. Yeah. So yeah, fuck the WWE and fuck Taz. That's all I gotta say about that. So, you know, both of them could go fuck themselves. That's it. So we move on. I gave the match with Adam Page and Ricky Starks 3.25 out of 5 stars. I gave 3 out of 5 stars. And we'll see what happens with that. And we move on from there. All right, then we go to commercial. We come back where we have the Elite. The Elite. They make their way into the, well, not the building, but they're in Jacksonville and their own trailer outside and their own cameraman, which is probably Brandon, what's his name? Brandon Cutler. What it is, because how Brandon Cutler, is the guy behind the camera, and that's the guy that produces BTE every Monday afternoon for all us great people. I'm so burning. It's just me. I don't know. I do smell something. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. I thought I smelled something. Sorry about that. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm smelling some type of burning substance. I don't know. It's not in my house, thankfully, because I don't see anything burning. I just smell something. So I don't know if it's the heat. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's outside. Something be cooking. Something be smelling, and it's probably me because I'm the shit. Ha! No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, but I will find out what this smell is hopefully soon. So it's kind of throwing me off, but it is what it is. Anyway, so we're back. We come back. We see the Elite trailer outside. So they're in Jacksonville. So we'll hear from them later, and that's that. All right. After that, number 2, we have Trent of the Best Friends. Give me a hug. Taking on Pentagon Zero. Before the match, Penta and Alex Abrahantes, whatever his fucking name is, they cut a promo, basically telling the Best Friends, particularly Orange Cassidy, that if they get in his way, they will make him into orange juice. Nice pun there, but it is what it is. So we get to the match. Match was pretty. Penta with a go behind after a lockup. Takes Trent down, then lifts him up and with an arm wringer. Trent picks on the ankle and he locks the side lock. Penta with a leg scissors and up for mate. And then Penta is pissed and he starts removing the glove and throws it at Trent. And then Cero Miedo to the face. But Trent's like, fuck you, Penta! Punches him down, knocks him on his behind. And then Trent goes to work on Penta with a Saito suplex. Penta goes out in the ring. Trent hits the ropes, but Penta pulls the leg out. Which Penta sends Trent in a barricade. Hits the rope, Trent rolls in and hits a clothesline, which sends Penta back to the outside. Trent hits the ropes again. He flies with a Tope con Giro. Whatever. Excuse me. Back in the ring, Trent goes for a tornado DDT, but Penta escapes, hits a crossbody and a sling blade off the ropes for the fall. Looks for the package power driver, but Trent escapes, hits a clothesline. And then Penta with a super kick as both men go down. As we go to break, we come back. Penta's still working on Trent in the corner, while Alex Abrahantes is yelling at everybody around the ring. The fans. I mean the echoes from Dark Elevation and Dark, basically. Blah blah blah. Penta hops over the back of Trent with a backstabber. Trent holds on in the corner. Penta flies back, and then Trent turns, hits a half and a half suplex, and then a running knee strike. Trent goes to the corner. Penta with a surprise backstabber for a near fall. Rolls him in the corner, slams him down for a near fall. Then he goes to to grab Trent and underhooks him. Orange Cassidy's watching. I guess trying to get involved in the match. Trent escapes and he hits Penta the right. And Penta with a chop. They're going back and forth with metal chops. A kick from Trent. And a power driver on the apron. Yeesh. Not good. Ooh. Having just bad memories of a Trent looks to attack, but Orange Cassidy is right there. And Alex gets on the mic, tells Trent that, Trent, Penta says your mama sucks. And this distracted Trent, and Penta rolls in the ring, and then Alex gets in the ring, fucking tights on. I was like, this guy gonna fight? Really? Okay. And then Orange Cassidy gets in, tries to attack. Penta hits a super kick on him, knocking him down. And then Alex, he's about to, do something. I was like, what's this guy gonna do? He takes the mic and he hits Trent in the head while referee was distracted with getting Orange Cassidy in. And then Penta with a package power driver. 1, 2, 3. Penta middle gets the win. And definitely it. And so we just in match, I gave 3 out of 5 stars. Wasn't anything to write home about. So we'll see what happens with this best friends death triangle feud that's been going on. And yeah, I like how the comment, I think it was Tony Schiavone's like, "Oh, Alex, you gotta pay for that one." Like, what are you gonna do, Schiavone? You fat bastard! What the fuck you gonna do? Really? Shut up. I think Alex Abrahantes can kick Tony Schiavone's ass. I think anybody could kick Tony Schiavone's ass, for that matter. But it is what it is. But yeah, that was kind of funny. That was funny. Your mama sucks. Could have said it in Spanish, would have been even better. But tu madre, I don't know how to say it in Spanish, but it was tu madre sucks. They say. I don't know. I made that up. But yeah. We move on from there. All right, after that we get with the Pinnacle and good old JR. MJF says he's been rocking Burberry since the Rosie O'Donnell show. And then Wardlow has a gift for him, and it's a new silk scarf. And Wardlow gets some shine and says that Chris Jericho's promo is almost perfect. As JR called it, the promo or something like that. He says Jericho is one of the best promos in the game, but not quite as good as JF. Wardlow says that Jericho cut a good promo until he got to him, and then Jericho stumbling and bubbling over his words because the minute Wardlow came out of his mouth, Jericho knew he was doing something wrong. So MJF calls Jericho the GOAT, which he is, the leader of the industry for years until right now. He stands around a bunch of B's, so he looks like A, and wrestles a bunch of A's, so he looks like a B. Okay. The Jericho rub doesn't exist. Then he brings up some names. I forget what names he said. Then he brings up MJF. And for 30 years, he's outsmarted everyone until he met MJF. He's the one guy Jericho couldn't outsmart or hold under his thumb because he's MJF. He's not great for 25, period. It says Jericho was jerking on Worldwide when he was 25. Worldwide? He says he's a top guy and he hangs around top guys. I think Wardlow talking the whole time. He's a winner. He's undefeated, which is why it's weird that he shouldn't say. I guess he's talking. Where does that put him on a totem pole? That would make MJF better than him. So how about instead of sending out Mike Iron Mason, send out his family, MJF will send out his, and they will beat him, and then MJF didn't do the same. And if Jericho has one thing right, he says MJF is a mark, which he is basically. MJF said he's not a mark for Jericho, he's a mark for Jericho's spot. And on May 5th, he's going to take that spot. And he says, when you're in the pinnacle, you're always on top. Now, I don't want to know what that means. That's it. So, pretty decent promo from MJF. And basically, everybody's just sitting there, twiddling their thumbs and playing with their cocks. No Tully Blanchard, because I think he injured his, or just not there. Basically it was showing, looking at naked picture of his wife, Peyton Royce, and FTR just fiddling around with their thumbs, doing nothing. And MJF is saying, "This is the greatest promo I've ever cut." It wasn't really that great, dude. Not that great, but still got your point across. So I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. So we're going to see what happens next week, as there's going to be well, I'll get to what Jericho says in a minute. So we'll get to that. So like I said, 3 out of 5 stars for that. And we move on from there. Video package for Hikaru Shida and Ty Conti. That was that. And then we get to the match number 3. This was great. This was an awesome, not awesome match, but a pretty good match between Hikaru Shida, the AEW Women's Chief, for over 300 days. I think JR messed up. He said 353, and then they had to click. It said Hikaru Shida 333 days. So I don't know who messed up there. I don't know if it was JR or it was the graphics department. Still almost 1 year, just put it that way. But still, great match. And they start off, they're about to have a code of honor, but instead of the code of honor, they do a they bow. Because both of them, have that martial arts experience. Get that? That was pretty cool. They start off, and Ty gets Shida into the ropes. They break, clean break. And Ty ducks under a right hand. He's like, no. And then Shida with a kick, Ty with a hard right to face. She's like, and then she hits one of her own. They go back and forth, beating the crap out of each other. And then Shida with a knee, and then tries for a hip toss and a trip, and gets a side headlock. Pretty cool. And then Ty with a takedown. She hits the ropes and goes off them again and hits a knee to the chin. Then another knee, goes for the pin, gets a near fall of that. And then Ty looks for an armbar. Shida rolls out. And then Ty with a lockup from behind, wraps her legs around Shida, pulling on the arm from behind. It looks like trying to find a chicken wing type move. But Shida got the ropes to break the hold. Then she rolls to the outside. Ty goes to the apron, runs for a kick and missed. Goes for another one, but Shida trips up and Ty hits the apron with her face. Ow. Don't mess up that pretty face. And then Shida with a running knee lift. Then she sends Ty into the barricade. Ow. Then she tries to send her again into the barricade, but Ty stops with a boot. She turns right into an insigity by Shida. Shida grabs Ty, brain buster on the outside. Ooh. That was ouchy. Ouch city right there. And then she sends Tai into the ring. And she starts she starts stomping on the lower back over and over and over again. She pulls back for a bow and arrow. I'm sorry, I lost my spot. And then Cheetah drives the knees into the back, turns into a waist lock from behind. So she starts to go and work on Tai for a while. Starts pulling on the arms and then releases one of the arms on the belt. Cheetah hops to her back and gets a chin. Then she slams Tai's face into the mat a couple of times as we go to the commercial. We come back. She's still working Tai into the ring with a suplex, but Tai is up for a huge kick to Cheetah, then falls right back down to the mat. It's both women going down. Cheetah gets up after that. Close from Tai, arm drag like a judo throws to the Cheetah. Then she hits a German suplex, and then sends Cheetah into the corner. Then a running pump kick to the face, and then a running Gilmore Yakuza kick to the side of the head. Goes for the ripcord kick and missed it. She sends Tai into the corner, hits some forearms. She runs Tai lifts, lands on the ropes, and then a kick to the gut. Tai hops to the top rope while Cheetah lays on the mat, then hits a senton across the back of Cheetah on the top rope. Ow! For a fall. She looks for the Tai DDT. Cheetah rushes Tai into the corner. Tai hits a right hand, hits the ropes, and a knee strike from Cheetah. Then the Falcon Arrow for a near fall. And they keep going at it. She just stands on the second rope. She lifts Tai, drops her with the witch's shot. She basically dropped her on her ribs or her back, and Tai fell to the floor. And Orby Edwards went out and she's like checking on Tai, and Tai, you can hear Tai go, my ribs. So she might have some bruised ribs, not good. So anyway, she goes for a katana, not the katana, but I guess the Hi-ya! Move. Tai rolls through, hits a pump kick. She hits the top. Looks like she was about to win the ball, but Cheetah kicks at 2.999, and then Cheetah gets Tai on and then sits on her head for a near fall. And then Tai with a right hand, then another one. She starts going to work, starts just gaining a lot of momentum. Another kick, but Cheetah with a big mouth. Backbreaker, like a modified backbreaker. Like she spun her over and hit her like a backbreaker. Then she hits the katana. 1, 2, 3, Hikuda Shida picks up the win, retains her belt in a pretty goddamn good match. 4 stars. Just an awesome match. So Hikuda Shida retains the belt. Well, pretty game Tai Conti. Probably, if you want to think of women's matches of the year, it's probably be up there with them. But still. And then afterwards, we hear the music of Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, baby. She comes out, and then she shows the rankings on the screen, and then a picture of her as now the new #1 ranked women's wrestler. Well, #1 ranked in the division. So she calls Cheetah out, and she's like, come on over here. She wants her to get in the ring, and Britt's like, bye. So looks like we're gonna get Hikuda Shida and Britt Baker coming up. And I can tell you right now, it's probably gonna happen at Double or Nothing, and get a new champion in Britt Baker. So I think Britt Baker's gonna win that belt from Hikuda Shida and go on a monster run with that belt. I mean, a monster run. I think she's gonna hold the belt for a year. unless she loses it to Thunder Rosa, but we'll see. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. Let me move on. So 4 out of 5 stars for that great match. And Nick says it was amazing Dynamite. Yeah, pretty well. It was amazing. It was pretty good. And that's that. And he's currently watching Impact on Twitch. So I'm not actually watching it, so I have it on DVR. I'll watch it later. Because I really don't watch Impact that much as I used to anymore. But I will be. I'm not gonna watch Rebellion this weekend, except for the main event. That's it. That's the only reason. Sorry about that. So that's the only reason I'm actually watching Rebellion is for Rich Swann and Kenny Omega for the AEW and Impact titles. That's the only match I care about. The other matches on the card, I basically don't even care. And personally, I'm only watching that match to hear Mauro Ranallo go, "Mamma mia, Kenny Omega!" You know, he's gonna go completely nuts. That's the only reason I'm watching this match. That's the only reason I'm gonna review it on Sunday. That's it. So I'm not doing a full Rebellion review. I'm not doing predictions or anything like that. Because we all know who's gonna win. Most likely, Kenny's gonna win the Impact World Title, be 3-belt Kenny, and then that'll be it. And then Kenny's probably gonna defend the belt at Slammiversary. So he's gonna be busy. And Kenny's gonna start this belt collection. And don't be surprised if he's in Ring of Honor by the summertime, or in New Japan, maybe at the G1. You never know. Kenny could be at the G1 and fight Ospreay and win the New Japan belt again. And then, oh boy. And then the door is, that forbidden door is not wide open, but pretty much open. Because Kenny will have to defend the belt in Japan, will have to defend the belt in Mexico, will have to defend the belt on Impact, and defend the belt on AEW. And possibly Ring of Honor. If he goes to Ring of Honor. But who's to say that will happen? But we'll see. And that's that. So like I said, I'm not watching the entire pay-per-view. I'm just going to watch it for the main event. And that's basically it. So, okay, that's that. All right, after that, after the whole Hikaru Shida stuff, Mito slaughter pussy, yeah. The only thing he's doing was all right now. So we get him basically talking about another week without Kip. I almost said Kip Sabian. Yeah, Kip Sabian. What the fuck am I talking about? Another week without Kip Sabian. And then Miro says, if you got a title, you got a problem. He says this company can put him through all the hoops they want, but they will not keep him from his destiny. So the real question is which beat first? Will it be the party, or would be Kenny? Or the TW title? Which really nobody will care for. I don't care. I really don't care about Miro. I really don't. I don't care. He's a good guy from what the people, the boys and girls on the back say, that he's a good company guy. You know, he spent like $20,000 to get them to go to the movies to see Mortal Kombat, which comes out tomorrow. All you fine people. And a lot of people been giving it bad reviews. I'm kind of shocked about that. I mean, like I said, a lot of people giving Mortal Kombat really bad reviews. And mean, it really doesn't fit the whole Mortal Kombat persona, storyline, because you got a guy. Well, I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but the lead character's name is Cole, not Adam Cole, baby, but Cole. Really? So you have this guy named Cole going into Mortal Kombat, fighting, random people. But then, like, the secondary storyline is Sub-Zero and Scorpion, the deadliest of enemies. And then that epic fight they have, which we all know who wins. Not Scorpion. And that's it. I mean, we have some fatalities and shit, but I mean, really. It doesn't look like the Mortal Kombat we saw in the 90s. Or, yeah, the first Mortal Kombat. With Liu Kang, that was an actual movie based on a video game. And then, they made Annihilation, which was horrible. I didn't like Mortal Kombat 2 Annihilation. It was horrible. And then they had like spin-off movies like Scorpion's Revenge and shit like that. But, I might go see it just, for nostalgia reasons, because I love Mortal Kombat. But if what I'm hearing is true, that this movie sucks, it couldn't be any less worse than other movies that have been made into other video games have been made into movies. Final Fantasy. I know someone's gonna say Super Mario Brothers. Actually, to tell the truth, Super Mario Bros. Wasn't that corny. It was corny, but not that corny. I mean, they didn't have any of the power-ups like shit, except for the flower, which wasn't even a power-up. I mean, freaking Mario, he's on this fucking shit, and then he grabs a flower, he's like, trust the fungus, and it opens up, and basically it saves Mario. And then they had this regeneration fucking gun that turns King Koopa into a fucking monkey. I mean, de-evolution gun. I mean, really? We never saw that in a Mario game. What the fuck is this? I mean, no mention of Toad. The princess, I mean, they really didn't look like Princess Toadstool or Princess Peach or whatever the fuck, They had Bob Hoskins as fucking Mario. And then John Leguizamo as Luigi. And then I think Dennis Hopper, was it Dennis Hopper? I think it was Dennis Hopper as King Koopa. I mean, it wasn't the worst fucking video game movie of all time, but pretty much up there. I think the worst video game they made into a movie was Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within. That was horrible. Really horrible. Had no plot. I mean, it wasn't even a movie about Final Fantasy. It was just garbage. I was like, what the fuck is this? It's like, I want to say, if Final Fantasy was made into a movie, do it for Final Fantasy VII. Advent Children, that's a movie. Not a like real life movie. That if you've seen Final Fantasy VII Advent Children, which is basically Final Fantasy VII, like the aftermath of all that shit. But that's a movie. It's an animated movie, but still, fucking movie. That's great. Still, it is what it is, but Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within, garbage. The Resident Evil movies, the first couple were okay. The first one was good. Nemesis was alright. And then after that, it started getting kind of corny. Afterlife wasn't even that good. I think, what was the next one after that? I think they made 5 or 6 movies. And I think after the third one was kind of corny. After it started getting kind of bleh. Silent Hill was good. Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, Silent Hill was good. I actually liked Silent Hill. I think they're supposed to make a second one. I heard, but I'm not sure if that's gonna happen or not. But still. Yeah, the worst Mortal Kombat movie was Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Yeah, corny as fuck. You mean with the whole thing with Liu Kang gets his animality? Woo! And then they had Reptile on it. Oh, no, it was they had Reptile on it. They had Shao Kahn. It was played by a horrible actor, by the way. And that they beat Shao Kahn, and then he turns into this like fucking dinosaur. I don't know what the fuck he turned into, but and then fucking Liu Kang had to turn into a dragon to beat him. Fucking horrible. But there's certain video games that should not be made into movies. Just saying. Final Fantasy is one of them. Mortal Kombat's kind of a second one, if you want to put it that way. And maybe Super Mario is number 3. But you know how Hollywood is. They've got them, they want to make the big bucks. This is not how you do it, though. It is what it is. Yeah. Mortal Kombat from 1995 was awesome. Fucking awesome. The fucking soundtrack was awesome. Mortal Kombat! Yeah, stuff like that. Test your strength. That was awesome. I mean, the actors in that movie were awesome. The guy that played Liu Kang, fucking awesome actor. The guy that played Scorpion and Sub-Zero, awesome actors. I don't know if they're the same actors that are playing them now. I think they're totally different actors. But the girl that plays Sonya Blade, fucking amazing. Who else? The actor that played Shang Tsung, amazing. Your soul is mine. That was great. That was just awesome. But this Mortal Kombat, from some of the scenes I've seen, the trailer. I mean, the trailer looks all right, but with basically just shows a couple of, it shows Jax, and it shows Sonya Blade, and it shows who else? I think it shows Liu Kang, it shows Raiden, and it shows what's his name? Can't think of his name. The 6-arm guy. What's his name? Fuck. Gyro. I forget what his name is. Somebody, it'll come to me. But yeah, they have that, and they show a couple fatalities. I think they showed I think it was Liu Kang, talking. I think it was Nightwolf. I think it's Nightwolf. Goro. That's it. And they show that, and they show I think it was Liu Kang, and then a big dragon comes out of the fire. Goro had 4 arms. I had 4 arms. 4 arms, 6 arms. Who cares? I think he was fighting. He was fighting Jax, or he was fighting somebody. But still, the only good part of that movie is fucking Scorpion and Sub-Zero fighting. That's it. Take my money for that movie. But really, you have a main character whose name is Cole, who's not even part of the fucking game. No mention of. I don't even think Johnny Cage's not even in the fucking movie. still the only reason I would even go to see Mortal Kombat, besides nostalgia reasons, because I love Mortal Kombat the game, is just to see Scorpion and Sub-Zero beat the shit out of each other. That's it. That's it. Other than that, I could care less. The actor who played Nightwolf was in the Indian in the Cupboard. Okay. Huh. Well, there was a Tekken movie. I don't remember a Tekken movie. I don't think I ever saw that one. I remember seeing a Tekken movie, but there probably was. Tron was the actual game on the ColecoVision. That was made into a movie, or the movie was made into a game. Actually, I think. Yeah. My phone. So yeah, the Mets are losing 3-0. What else is new? Because they have a fucking rookie pitcher on the mound. But they should have put in DeGrom. Yeah, 3-0, bottom of the third. So yep, you could chalk up that loss. So the Mets are gonna get swept by the Cubs. Be the tie for first place with the Phillies. And they play tomorrow this weekend against the Washington Nationals. Probably get swept too. Because they after DeGrom and Stroman is garbage. After that's garbage. I mean Walker, Taijuan Walker, he pitched good, and then the fifth inning came, he just fucking. The umpires in game one fucking sucked, and then he just had that inning they just couldn't hit anymore. Last night, they gave up 7 fucking runs on 2 fucking errors. One by a guy that should not be playing third base, in J.D. Davis. Get him out, please. And Conforto went back to his old ways. Can't hit. He committed an error. Lindor, hit his first Met home run, and then he committed an error. They gave up 7 runs in that inning. That was basically it. They lost 16-4. Now they're losing 3-0 right now. Probably be more than that by the end of the night. Because this guy, Duchesne, fucking sucks. Send him back down to the minors. Get him out. And while you're at it, send Robert Gazelman now to the minors too. And whoever else pitched last night, Hildenberger, whatever the fuck his name is, get him out. It's gonna be a long year, Met fans. Long year. That's all I gotta say about that. And we move on. All right, let's get back to wrestling. Let's not talk about baseball and movies and all this shit like that. All right, so Miro comes out and says that he wants a title, and whoever has he's like deciding which title to go first. But yeah, it's gonna be a long season there. Yeah, for both New York teams, as it seems right now. And it's already April the 22nd, and the Mets are about to be 7-7. But yeah, it could be worse. Could be the Yankees. It is what it is. That's that. All right. So after that, I talked for a long time. I want to get this done before the missus comes home. I got to eat my food because I'm hungry. All right. So after that, we go to Tony Schiavone in the ring with the Inner Circle. They come out. Jericho and company comes out to Judas, of course. Judas, our name. Something like that. I'm not gonna sing that song. I could, but I'm not going to. But unless Jericho wants to give me tickets to AEW. It is what it is. And maybe I'll do a vocal cover. Maybe one day. Maybe I'll do some vocal covers. So I'm gonna change. I might change it up on my Metal God channel. Instead of doing death videos, maybe I'll actually talk about some music and maybe play some music. I still gotta get my fucking guitar fixed. It's in that closet right there. It's locked up in another closet, which I can't get to. But maybe I'll do some vocal cover, singing covers. I'm not a great singer. I'm not like the greatest singer in the world, but I'll give it a shot. You know, if it gets like 50 million hits, it'd be nice, but I'm not gonna get any money from it. Maybe a lot of subs, but you know, hopefully. But yeah, it is what it is. Maybe one day. Maybe the summer I'll start doing it. I'll start do some vocal covers, and you know, maybe if I can get my fucking guitar out and then get it fixed at a music store, like Guitar Center or something like that. Maybe I can break out the old electric twanger and I'll play some stuff for you. But we'll see. I gotta have the money right now. I don't have that. I mean, I have a lot of money, but you know, not a lot of money, but because I got bills coming up right over the next week. Next week actually. Got to pay my phone bill. I got the internet bill coming up after the week after that, and the cable bill right after that. So yeah, it's $200 down the drain. Plus my car payment, plus gas, and you know, or my rent and other shit that I got to pay for. You know, it is what it is. And, that's pretty much it. That's all I said. All right, so Jericho in the ring, Jericho and company in the ring. So it says, "Who cares about Pinnacle?" You heard the Inner Circle squad singing as loud as you can on a Wednesday night, baby. There's a lot of energy in the arena, and that's because on May 5th it's blood and guts. It will be violent and brutal. It will leave a trail of tears that goes all front door of the Pineapple. And that trail started last week with honorary member Iron Mike Tyson knocking his teeth through in more ways than one. And that's probably why they weren't talking, because you know, them got that shit. This was the people said we have a he has a present for all of them, so he starts throwing straws at them at the camp. That was kind of funny. And he said, when they are done, they'll be sucking food through the straw. And then he goes to Sammy Guerrero. He's like, "How do you say straw in Spanish?" And then I think he says, "You nailed it." So like that, kind of funny. So well, the message board. So maybe it's not over yet. So it's still top of the fourth inning. So I know I'm wasting time, but I don't give two shits. Okay, so they got the Mets got two back on a polar bear shot. Pete Alonso just smacked one clear into next week. So hit a 2-1 homer, his fourth of the year, scoring Dom Smith. So now 3-2, top of the fourth. So we'll see what happens. Maybe the Mets will come back. Who knows? We'll see. So it kind of gets Luke Chesney off the hook, getting 3 runs in the third inning. So it is what. So anyway, so Hager says like he's throwing straws. You're even sucking food through a straw when we're done with you. So Jericho says MF is always yakking, and Waldo spoke, but none of them said anything. Some shine, stuff. Basically saying that FTR was calling him out, wanting to wrestle him. He wants to wrestle the best, but they waited till they had which was kind of smart on their part. But where they come from, they call that a bitch move because they're from New York. You know, you something stupid is called a bitch move. Like disliking videos. But I do it too, but it's not a bitch move. I do it for a purpose. But it is what it is. But if you just do stupid stuff like doxing and freaking talking about bringing family into it. That's a bitch move. That's a pussy move too. And it shows you basically have no life. You're not gonna fight. You're not gonna talk like men or fight like men or women. Then get the fuck off the fucking internet. Or in some people's cases, just shut the fuck up. And that's all I gotta say about that. So he says that they saw the color of the Pinnacle's blood, but come May 5th, they'll see the size of their heart. So we'll see what happens with that. And then Jericho says that the Pinnacle has talked behind their back, but MJF never stops talking. Jericho just never feels any conviction. He still feels like MJF is delivering lines in high school drama class. Jericho doesn't feel what he's saying. And he's like, are you still singing show tunes? He says, well, I can sing some show tunes too. So he sings a little ditty, about MJF. He's like, I was once a troll, and stuff like that. So he says he washed his ass with MJF's scarf before Tully gave it to him. That was kind of funny. And he says the bottom line is that it's fun to make jokes, but blood and guts will be a lesson in violence that they will never, ever forget. And basically he's like, well, what else to this match? So he says next week, face-to-face, we'll have a good old-fashioned parlay between the Inner Circle and the Pinnacle. Jericho says he has a and at Blood and Guts, he's going to beat the living hell, we didn't say shit, hell out of MJF. And if you think that's a line from drama class, Oliver Twist, think again because they are crazy. And that's pretty much it. So next week, we're going to find out what the rules are for this match. And I think it's basically going to be War Games. That's what I think it is. It's just basically War Games. And it's one match. That's the whole show. It's just this match for 2 hours. I don't know how they're going to do that. Makes no fucking sense to me. How are you going to have one match go for 2 hours? So they're going to pull it off somehow. And I think it's probably going to be the biggest, highest rated Dynamite in AEW history. They might break 1.2. I think they will, but who knows? But like I said, I think the rules are going to be it's going to be 5-on-5, double ring, cage, a big giant cage, probably on the field of Jacksonville. They probably have. I don't think they're going to put 2 rings in Daly's place. They can't fit it. So I think it's going to be probably on where the Jacksonville Jaguars play, where they had Stadium Stampede. So that's what I think they're gonna do. They're gonna have both rings on the field, cage around it, and it's gonna be like War Games. One member enters, and every 3-5 minutes another member enters. There's probably gonna be an advantage match next week. Well, I can't do it next week. I can't do it. So I can't do that. So there'll probably be more advantage. So like I said, probably 5-on-5. They'll probably do a flip, a coin flip before the match to see who gets the advantage, something like that. And I think the way to win is either by by submission or surrender, like original War Games is. But that's basically all I got to say about that. So yeah, so after not next week, but the following week should be some good shit. I mean, gonna see a lot of blood, a lot of violence. I mean, it's just gonna be fucking insane. And I hope you have if you're gonna watch that match, I hope you don't eat before eat dinner or anything, or beverage before watching this match, because this could get really, really, really ugly. I mean, people would be just gushing blood. I mean, blood all over them. I mean, faucets of blood just coming out. I mean, I think everybody's going to be gushing blood. I think everybody in that match is going to be bloody. it's gonna be, just insane. And that's that. So we'll see what next week with this parlay shit. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. All right, I'm gonna summarize the rest of this because I wanna get this up and comes home because it's already 9 o'clock. So, and then I want to watch some other stuff on TV. And that's that. All right, we get to match number 4. We get Billy Gunn taking on QT Marshall of the Factory. So we got the Factory Nightmare Family feud continuing on. We got Billy Gunn, Mr. Ass. Comes out by himself and his sons Colton and who's the other son's name? I forgot his other son's name. Colton, I think. Connor Gunn, I forgot it was. What? Who cares? Yeah. They hop over after after Aaron Solo and Nick Camarado getting, and then all the way to the back, and then the outside Billy follows, sends QT into the ring, but here comes Anthony Ogogo, and then referee's checking on QT, and then Anthony Ogogo with that big vicious punch right into the gut of Billy Gunn. That was it. QT drags Billy into the ring, hits the Gilmore Kata, bang! QT Marshall picks up the win. Match wasn't anything to write home about, and yeah, I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's that. Afterwards, Ogogo grabs a wooden chair from under the ring, looks to attack Billy Gunn, but then Dustin Rhodes comes out with a bull rope. Okay, so it's beating up on QT. They do some tussling. He hits a power slam. He grabs the chair, but then QT rolls to the outside, and then Anthony Ogogo hops on the apron, looks to hit Dustin, but then Nick Camarado comes from behind, and Dustin slaps his head with the chair, but Camarado he smashes the wooden chair over Nick Camarado's head, and Camarado's like, chair, and then the referees have to come out to stop the madness. That's it. So yeah, and yeah. So the continuation of the Nightmare the Nightmare Family Factory feud continues on. We'll see what happens with that, and we move on. All right, and after that, we get a promo from the Elite, which basically just saying, Don says, I'm a student of the game. And then Matt says, this is why we, became so popular in Japan. Because we were the Elite. We started All Elite Wrestling. It's not called All Moxley Kingston Wrestling. Matt Jackson says they know what they are, and where they are, come find them. Basically mocking Kingston and Moxley, and then Kenny tries to talk, and then we hear a from outside. So Kenny can't get his power out. Go to the outside. We see Moxley and Kingston in a truck, and then they drive into the trailer, kind of like Stone Cold Steve Austin style back in the day. So then Moxley comes out with a pipe, starts breaking shit. Kingston enters the trailer, but nobody's in there. Moxley comes out, and it's like, oh, because what are they? They're a bunch of chickens. And then Eddie's like, where's sneakers? And then Moxley's wondering, where everybody is. Kingston calls them cowards. John says they are bitch AF. And then basically say, we got nothing to worry about. They're a bunch of chickens. And Eddie's like, I'm hungry. I want a steak. And then like the last thing we see is Moxley on the pipe and almost hitting Kingston right in the face with the pipe. That was, and then he's like, dude, I love you, but come on. That was kind of. So it looks like we're going to see, this whole thing with the Elite and Kingston and Moxley. I don't know if Moxley and Kingston are going to go after the AEW, the tag team belts, but we'll see what happens with that. And we'll move on from there. And that's that. So I gave that 3.25 out of 5 stars. And that's it. We go to match number 5. Chris Beach taking on Powerhouse Will Hobbs. It was pretty good. Christian wins with the kill switch. Doing my fucking move. Not the same move. The name of my move. Not that I'm going to sue him for it, but it is. Because I'm not going to diss a soon-to-be page. But still, change the name of the move. Call it the Unprettier, because that's what it was. He called it the Unprettier, then he called it the kill switch. Now they call it the kill switch. Blah, 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 blah. And, my move is basically called the kill switch, which is basically the package Prodigar Steam style. But it is what it is. I'm not going to sue Christian Cage over a fucking move from a fucking E-Fed, But it is what it is. I don't think Christian Cage has the time for a lawsuit right now, but it is what it is. And I'll probably lose anyway. Oh, you're using an E-Fed. It's not even real. I'll probably just get laughed at in court, but it is what it is. So, all right. Nothing to write home about. I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. Mickey starts, hobbles out to check on Hobbs, and he just stares at Christian. And that's it. And we move on from there. After that, we got a Jade Cargill video package of basically managers who want to hire her, like Matt Hardy, Vicky Guerrero. Excuse me. And then Jade's like, I don't need a manager, but if you want to hire me, you have to price, you have to have a lot of money. Make me an offer that I can't refuse. And that's basically it. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. And all right, then we get to match number 6 for the TNT title. Darby Allin with the Man Called Sting. As he takes on Jungle Boy Jack Perry with Luchasaurus at ringside. This was a pretty good match. They went all over the place. Jungle Boy, to give him credit, he had fucking Darby on a beat crap out of him. He locks in the snare trap and looked like Darby was fading. His eyes were about to glazed over. He was about to tap, but somehow he reached the ropes. Then he put him in the Romero special, the Mexican surfboard, started rolling and rolling and rolling. Then he released the snare trap again. Darby raked the eyes and to break the hold. And then Jungle Boy slaps Darby in the over and over and over again, then just beats him up. Then he sends Darby into the ropes, gets reversed, and then we get a sunset flip. Darby rolls through, and then locks in the last spur. 1, 2, 3. Darby Allin picks up the win over Jungle Boy to retain the title, and a pretty goddamn good 4.5 stars. And once again, basically this match, not really the same match, but it's like every week, Darby puts on a great match. He beats people up, and then he gets beat up, and then he's about to lose, and then Sting will probably get involved here and there, or the Dark Order will come out, or just something would happen near the end of the match, and then Darby will just pull a rabbit out of his ass, and somehow, retain the title. But that's what it is, and that's that. So, match I gave 4.25 out of 5 stars. Awesome match. That's that. Afterwards, me and Jungle Boy are looking at each other. Jungle Boy's like, you got me there, you got me. And Darby's like, I thought they were going to shake hands. And then out of nowhere, Ethan Page and Scorpio come in to attack both of them. Ethan hits the Lisa Ramon. Razor's Edge, or it's like I think he calls it. What's he called? Something Edge. I forget what he calls it. Basically, it's a Razor's Edge, or the what Hernandez, the border toss. Basically, that's what it is. Not like how Scott Hall does the Razor's Edge. He just drops you, just like that. Like, but basically what Ethan Page does, picks him up on the Razor's Edge, he just goes, whee! Like the border toss. Lays out Darby, and then Scorpio Sky looks to attack and put in that heel hook weeks ago. But that helps Lance Archer with Jake Roberts. And he comes in, looks for the double choke slam, but Scorpio and Ethan Page hit him in the nuts with a double low blow. They start beating up on Lance Archer until the Man Cold Sting comes back out after him and Luchasaurus were fighting to the back. He comes back out with the base hat, and then Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky run away. Run away! And that basically aftermath, 3 out of 5 stars. So it looks like next week, well, I don't have the card for next week, but looks like we're probably going to get a tag match with Darby Allin and maybe Sting's first match on Dynamite, taking on, or maybe it might be Darby Allin and Lance Archer, or maybe I don't know what it's going to be, but it's probably going to be a tag match with Darby Allin and maybe Lance Archer taking on Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page. That's what I think is going to probably be the main event next week, but we'll see. I don't know. And that basically ends a pretty good Dynamite. And that's all I got to say about that. So Dynamite, like I said, its usual good show. Did 1.1 million views. A little bit of a went down a little bit. The viewership went down a little bit, but still over 1 million. And we'll see what happens this Wednesday night on the program on TNT. Hopefully the viewership goes back up, but we'll see. And if it doesn't, if it goes down to 1 million, it's okay. At least they still did 1 million. But I think Blood and Guts is going to get over 1.2 million. It has to be. They have to do over 1.2 because everybody wants to see that match. And like I said, it's a one-match event. I don't know why, but they want to put on the best product. They want this Blood and Guts match to happen. It'll be a one-match event, so it's going to be a lot of commercials. It's going to be 2 hours. Just the entrances alone is probably going to be like 15, 20 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes at most. I don't know. The match itself is probably going to go at least an hour, hour and a half. So I don't know how they're going to present this whole thing, but we'll see. We'll see in 2 weeks. A week and a half. And yeah, that's all I got to say about that. So like I said, May 5th is probably going to be I think the biggest Dynamite in history. But we'll see what happens with that. And we move on from there. All right, so that's it for my review. My final rating for Dynamite, I gave it a solid 8 out of 10 stars. But now I think it's about what you guys think of the show in a comment or a video reply down below in the comments field. And let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. And pretty much all I got to say about that. So let's just end with a little bit more from Nick. I know he's my only viewer, and I don't care, but it is what it is. Nick says that the viewership will go up. He can feel it. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I think it'll go up next. I think next week it'll probably go up, and then the week after that, I think it's gonna skyrocket. I could probably see a 1.3, maybe a 1.4 next week. Not next week, the following week. I could probably see maybe them getting a 1.4, maybe 1.5. I don't think they're gonna hit 2 million. There's no way they're gonna hit 2 million, unless this thing goes completely berserk. But I think they'll probably top off at 1.4. I'm probably gonna get, if I had to make a prediction. And sometimes they're right, sometimes they're wrong. But I'm going to predict that Blood and Guts gets 1.4. 1.4. I'm going to go for 1.4. But we'll see. That's that. AEW could surprise us with Blood. Yeah, I think the match will be... It's going to be brutal. It's going to be very bloody. There'll probably be like a disclaimer. TNT probably put a disclaimer or some shit. Like, this match is going to be very violent for the weak. Don't watch if you have a weak stomach. Or something like that. Because TNT doesn't want, I don't know. I don't know what TNT executives, what they think, but but I think this match is probably going to be the bloodiest and most violent match in AEW history. I mean, forget the barbed wire explosion match that they had. Even the debauchery that was. I mean, the ending of it, but man, I think this is going to be the most violent match in AEW history. And like I said, it's going to be War Games, double cage, double ring cage, War Games style rules. But I guess we're going to have to find out what the exact rules are next week and what the battle plans are with Jericho and MJF and company. But like I said, I think it's going to be War Games style. But we'll see what happens with that. And we move on from there. All right, everybody. Thank you all for watching. Thank Nick once again for coming in and supporting, as always. And for anybody else who came in and just left a dislike or whatever, oh, fuck you, man. And that's it. So, gonna dislike my videos? I don't care. Because I'm going to do it right back. And if it's a bitch move, I don't care. Because you're a bunch of pussies. And if you call me a pussy, thank you very much, because I get a lot of it. And that's all I got to say about that. So kiss my Italian ass. And that's it. So keep them coming. Keep all the dislikes coming. I don't care how many I get. Don't care. This makes me more popular, and you look like a dumbass. And also gives me a lot more views. So, thank you very much. So, in the immortal words of DX, if you're not down with that, well, suck it! And that's it. So, once again, 8 out of 10 stars for Dynamite this last night. And we'll see what happens this Wednesday night on TNT with the Go Home Show before Blood and Guts on May the 5th. And that's that. So, thank you to Nick for coming in. Enjoy watching the rest of Impact. I'm going to watch probably some... I don't know what I'm going to watch. It's not really nothing I can watch right now. I might watch some stuff on Netflix, or maybe I'll watch some Food Network shit. Maybe some Bobby Flay, or maybe some Guy Fieri, or whatever's on. Maybe I'll watch CNN. I don't know. Because I don't have the Met game on my TV. Because Dish TV doesn't have SNY. And it's not even on the MLB network. It fucking sucks. So, I have to just get it off the trusty phone. That's it. As like I said, still I think 3-2 Cubbies. So, we'll see what happens with the Mets. We'll probably get swept tonight, but who knows? They could pull it out. But we'll see. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. I'm Peter Gomez signing off on this Thursday night. And I hope everybody has a great weekend. We got SmackDown tomorrow night. So, enjoy it. We got that coming up. And we'll see what happens this coming weekend. The final weekend of April. As next week, we'll be starting... next weekend, we'll be starting the month of May. And that's it. We're going to got near 80-degree weather coming up on Wednesday. So, that's going to be nice. Nice. They said forecasting 76 to 80 on Wednesdays. That should be nice. Maybe I'll go out. I don't know. I have to work, of course, but it is what it is. Maybe after work, I'll go to Coney Island, go to Nathan's, grab a hot dog. Maybe go to IHOP. I don't know. Grab some food, and then come home, watch Dynamite. with the missus, and that's pretty much it. So that's it. Thank you for watching. I'm Peter Gilmore signing off. Peace out. Rock on. And like I said, if you're not down with that, if you're not down with me, if you're not down with the prophecy, if you're not down with the Gilmore Armada, the greatest factions in the world, well, we got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. And that's it. So thanks for watching. Have a great night, everybody. And I'll see you guys later. And if you're not, like I said, if you're not down with that, fuck you, man. I'm out. Peace.